you gonna stay?
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. All right. So as you can see, we multitasking here, so I'm going to explain, and I'll just go over. I'll let you look at it. This is just a natural waiver that you sign for exercise waiver. You kind of look it over and all this other stuff. This one right here, you can actually take with you from my credentials, part of my business. I'm ISSA certified. I also have a degree in exercise science, and basically it's considered a master trainer because of the years of experience that I have involved in doing it. Studies and other things else that I've done in the past and
I do
everything.
my
So.
research.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I promise I did.
Okay. And then we'll get on the page of what it is that I offer as a trainer and everything else, and we'll get to that after you get done doing those particular things.
Okay.
Today is just going to be composed of me explaining, demonstrating. Now, so I know you said that you've already trained before and that your boyfriend used to be a trainer and everything else, and you also have mentioned before
Treat
that.
me like I'm new.
Okay, well, I treat everyone like that because from our previous conversation, you said.
Sign anywhere?
Yeah, you just go ahead and sign. Today is the 14th, correct?
Yeah.
And then I'll copy that for you. I'll actually have a copy for you when you come back next time. Just to show you that today's the 14th. So I always start off in the same components as far as like exercises going. Thank you. You can take that with you.
These two?
Yeah, you can take both of them. Both of them is yours. And then you can just fill it out and just give me a little bit of background information. You already signed a waiver. You don't have to go in detail. That's like release form, doctor, and all that other stuff. I won't put you through the gamut, but it just kind of give me a little background information. I feel pretty comfortable with what we discussed before that, that you're in halfway decent health, and that you feel that you're physically able to perform, and you signed the waiver, so that's fine there. Let me make sure that I'm on camera so that you can see. So, my training style is pretty unique in the fact that I incorporate a lot of different things. Let me break the monotony of being so quiet. I usually listen to gospel when I work out. I don't know if you want
I
R&B.
prayed before I came, so.
Oh, okay.
No, seriously.
No. I didn't take it as a ha 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 laughing joke. I took it as a okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Type of thing, but I mean.
Yeah, because I'm going to need Jesus.
Okay. So if you have any other kind of preference of music that you want to listen to, that's fine. So in my training regimen, so you have your asthma, you have your inhaler with you, correct? How often does that bother you, or does it bother you a lot, or is that something?
It comes in waves, and it more so is correlated with my allergies and sinuses.
Okay.
Because I don't wheeze. I cough uncontrollably. So typically I can't get any air. And so I'm coughing, and people are like, "Are you sick?" No, I'm having an asthma attack.
Okay. All right. So is that is it more seasonal then that it affects you more? Is this like in the fall, or is it?
Right now, I've had 3 asthma attacks this week. So.
Okay. So anytime that we're doing something and it starts to affect you, let me know that it's affecting you, and we'll have to adapt accordingly to to your symptoms and everything else. My job is always going to be to a safety measure is to control the environment, push you, make you work hard. Your job is to make sure that you stay safe, that you feel safe in everything that you're doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And the movements, and understand, and make sure that after you get done, I mean, actually take this with you because just take this. I want you to look at this, not to. Let me get to this right here. This kind of gives you a little bit of understanding of what it is that I do and my vision of how I see things. This right here, where it says beginner, that kind of helps. That right there. You don't have to. Yeah.
Okay.
That right there is my basic foundation to how I push people or how I train people. I've had people that's been with me for 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year that stay in the beginning phase. And what I mean by beginning phase is if I don't feel comfortable in pushing you, I won't push you. If I don't feel like you're taking it serious, like technical, if I don't feel like we gotta add a certain amount of stress to your body, weight, whatever it is that we're doing, then we stay where it is that dictates that. I tell my clients this and I tell people this, and the best people that I like to train are the ones that I have to pull back on and tell them so that they don't hurt themselves. Because anybody that can push themselves can definitely reach any particular goal or especially from a physical standpoint that they have set for themselves. But anyone that I have to push, then I'm always running into situations where awareness comes into play. Um, Being in the moment come into the play. Um, and then if you remove me from the equation, you understand what I'm saying? So that's what we work in. So I just wanted that to be very clear as far as how the beginner phase go. Um, and so you're always a beginner. Everyone that I train, from professional athletes to collegiate athletes to high school athletes to old women to young women to kids, you're always at a beginner phase. Me myself, staying humble, I'm always at a beginner phase. Every day is a new journey for me. Every workout is a new workout. There's a new age range that I'm working in when I'm doing things and stuff like that. So I'm always adjusting and finding out new things about myself. And then the real reason why I really like training people and I like training a variety of people is because I always find out new things that I can utilize for myself and for my other clients. You understand? I see somebody else do something. You know, not only am I an instructor, I'm also and an educator. I'm also a observer of human movements and what people do and everything else like that. And if I see something that's efficient, I think someone do something very well. Um, I take that and I utilize that into everything else that I do to make myself better as a trainer. With that said, my program starts off in a basic setup. I'll give you this back later. Um, First of all, welcome. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. I have a rule, especially when I was in Omaha and we're new to here, is that I trust everybody until I can't trust them. So when you come, I trust you to be whatever. I don't feel like I gotta, leave stuff sitting around and stuff like that and everything else like that. And I'm never worried about anybody taking anything from me because truly they must need it if they take it from me. But the awareness is that I can't trust them anymore, and then you lose a lot of more things than that. And so you're welcome, feel comfortable. I can't tell you what it's gonna be like once you leave here and go back into the country driving down the road. But when you're here, you're gonna be welcome. My family welcome you. As my aunt and my uncle that stays here, my cousin. My uncle's blind, and I actually work with him and stuff. I don't know if you ever seen him on my video. He has diabetes and stuff. We've been working for some years, and so he's like one of my research guinea pigs as far as like um, losing body fat and having diabetes, where insulin and other things and carbohydrates and food come into play. And I've been doing research on him for probably like 7 years and stuff like that. He came from gout and a whole bunch of different adverse situations. Uh, but okay, now back to what it is that I do. First of all, my system is built on the premise of the things that we do. You see a video up there, you always see something up there that's always insightful to what it is that we're trying to accomplish. You won't see no booty shaking videos, no getting low videos or anything else like that. I believe that visualizing and seeing people perform things is a tool, and in most cases, science and teaching professionals will tell you hearing it, doing it, and actually seeing it is a way to learn and to incorporate something faster into a routine or into memory. And so a lot of times you'll hear me say, that's a good one, repeat that, repeat that, repeat that. That's so that you could so that you can actually feel what it is and you can get an instant response to what it is that you're doing to give you an instant awareness of yes, you're doing it right. So trust your body where you is right now. Remember this feeling. Try to get back to this feeling. Try to reproduce this when you're doing this. Um, or you hear me like, no, you're about to kill yourself. I don't say that, but you'll hear me say, no, or you'll see me say you kicked your butt out, or if your arms came out, or your core is going. And then that's just to make you aware. Fatigue. As we fatigue, we get real crazy. Things go crazy, and we get wild, and other things and stuff like that. So, in pushing our bodies to look a particular way, we have to cross over different thresholds from fatigue to mental drain, spiritually drain. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then after we work with each other for a period of time, I will get a better understanding of what it is that you are. Some people are just do what they do and just go do it. Some people complain but still do it. Some people don't push themselves. And so I'll get a better understanding, and then you'll get a better understanding of my expectations from you. Um, but in all cases, this is always about educating you. You understand? So don't treat me like you treat the last.
Lamont, we're a clean slate.
Okay, all right.
And I wouldn't have paid you, and I wouldn't be driving 35 miles.
But hey, and I truly appreciate it. So, number one, posture. Everyone always assumes that they know what posture is. I'm going to give you the correct biomechanical reason for why we do particular things and exercising and working out and stuff like this. Now, there's a whole bunch of different components to your body, and I know you're probably like, oh, I'm just riding a bicycle, and we just can't move forward until we get it. You will get pushed, so don't even enjoy when you get, remember this day, because you'll be like, oh, wait, why can't he just tell me, can't he just go back to what you said? Exactly. Anytime you come in here, I have a foam roller that I usually bring out. You can foam roll, and we'll get started. You'll always be on a piece of cardio equipment in between sets. We're always pushing your aerobic capacity, your lung capacity. Cardiovascular health to me is a different health than muscle health or lifting health or joint health. You know, they're all abdominal work is different than lifting weights. So there's different components.
My least favorite.
Okay. And it used to be mine too, because I was explosive. Yeah, I was a track athlete. I was a sprinter and everything. I didn't want to run over a 400. Right. I used to run when I used to have to run a 400. I'll be hiding for the 4x4 relay. But as I gotten older, I've gotten more competitive about my overall health, and so the things that were not natural to me, like being an explosive athlete, I played defensive back in college, and play defensive back as a professional in the arena, and I've always been an explosive athlete, jump, dunk, all this other stuff. But I always had problem with like endurance type stuff, and so I've always wanted to improve myself. So I took it up on myself to make myself an better endurance athlete. So I train cardiovascular all the time, and I used to just train it because I just wanted to be better cardiovascular. I do like the 400. I think it's the sweetest race in track and field. It's not quite a sprint, but it's not far enough where you just jogging. So it's like, oh man, it's like the race of the race.
Right.
And so I've always admired it, and I've always wanted to be able to run it, but my body wasn't. I have fast twitch muscle fibers, like you probably have fast twitch muscle fibers. So it's easiest for us to spring and develop. A nice.
Oh, my knees hurt too a lot. I don't know what that means.
Oh, nah. But if you stop tripping, when you stop tripping and falling, you look good. By the way, I must say you do look very, very good for your age, and just you take care of yourself. And so we could joke about it, and like I said, black don't crack. I hope none of my white people see this. But
what does it mean when my knees are hurting during like working out?
Well, it can be a series of things. It can be arthritic principality. It could be that. It could be more weight. It could be grinding. It could be wear and tear. It could be overall joint health. It could be macro and micronutrition. You might not be taking the right vitamins. You might be not be taking in the right amino acids that actually help with recovering ligament and tendon functions and stuff like that. Which gets me back to what we were just talking about, which is a segue into posture.
Okay.
Okay. Now, exercising posture is my number one. Most people don't think they know how to get into exercise posture. So I'm going to show you that you already know more than what you think you know, and your body always know more than what you give it credit for knowing. All right, so go ahead and step over here.
Yeah.
Yep, yes, ma'am. So we're gonna stand right here and hopefully get on here. We're gonna face this way, right here. You're on candy camera, so make sure your this side is showing and everything. All right, stop playing. All right, okay. Now, if I was to tell you, get ready to jump up and touch that ceiling. So get ready, like you're about to jump up and touch the ceiling. There you go. That right there is the biomechanical correctness that everyone should be in. That is your distance and posture between your legs. This is your true power position. This is every position before you work out. If someone was attacking you, you would be in that position. This is your most stable position. This is where you want to work from. You see? And I want you to feel this position. Get ready. I want you to feel like you're about to jump. So anytime that we're getting ready to go into an exercise like a squat, a dumbbell curl, or anything else like that, I want you to make sure that your body gets back to its primitive thought process. A jump pattern is a primitive thought process, like, oh shoot, we about to go, something just scared me, I'm getting ready to move. You understand what I'm saying? So this right here, go ahead and turn this way and face me so that you can see. Get ready to jump. That is your correct. Look at you. I see you. You did. Get ready. There you go. Turn that way. Face this way so you can see your posture from behind. Get ready to jump. There we go. This is that jump pattern. Turn and face that way. Get ready to jump. There you go. Good posture. Now you feel how your ankles will start from your feet. Slight bend in your ankles as it comes up your fibula and tibula. Slight bend in your knees. This right here engages muscle, but also engages ligament and bone. Now, if you go ahead and lock it out, now you're taking away from muscle, and now you're just bone on top of bone and a little bit of ligament, and that's why you get some of that popping and stiffening. Most people stand like that. You understand? You see that? You understand that? So there's a threefold mechanism inside your body that protects it, and then when we depend too much on one of them, like the popping or the laziness, so then we start getting different alignments, and then our muscles and things start getting tight and contracting, the ligaments start shortening around those things, and so that's why as we get older, you see people get hunched over, you see people get like that. So you always want to work on your posture. You always want to not be locking your knees. Good job. Go ahead and have a seat back over there and start riding. Grab a drink of water. Let me grab your towel too, because you're going to need it in a little bit. So.
You know, it's so funny because I tell people I don't really sweat a lot.
There you go.
But it takes the right person.
I always wipe everything down before. I'm not a germ freak, but I am a clean. Like I don't like, and you always I spray good smells. I like good because if I'm gonna kill myself, I at least don't want to be smelling no. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be all and all this stuff around me. If I'm gonna be punishing myself, or not really punishing myself, but if I'm gonna be working hard. All right, now that is the posture. Everything. So when I say get into jump posture, now I'm giving you my second blah 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 speech, and this is about safety and everything else. I play golf, and you're a track athlete, so you understand how to step. Once you step across a line, you're into the field of competition. You're into where you need to be aware. Once you leave one of these apparatuses over here, the elliptical, bike, treadmill, and you come to over here to where we actually do physical work, I want you to be conscious and aware of what it is that you're doing. I want you to take a mindset of safety first, conscious and aware, because what I mean by that is people do sit, and then right before they're about to know, they quit, and you can seriously injure yourself in here. And I'm a golfer, so when I'm getting ready for a shot, I have a pre-shot routine, go through it. Then when right before I go through the shot, okay, I get into it. I hit my shot. I see what happened, the results, and then I'm back to being normal. I'm back to talking, laughing, giggling, and everything else with the people around me. But when I'm getting ready to perform, I'm focused. When I'm getting ready to sprint, when I'm getting ready to lift, when I'm getting ready to do things, I'm focused because it's part of a safety thing, and it's a part of being in the moment thing. The actual physical exercise that we would do will probably only be like 15 minutes that we're actually physically exercising, maybe 20 minutes if you don't actually start having asthma attacks and other things. Other things will be recovery time, time in between transitioning, changing weight and stuff like that. So you'll always have time to regather yourself and, let loose a little bit and then back into the moment. So I just want to make that very clear when we come back over here. But you did a good job. So back to what I was talking about this, about the jump set. Now you can go back on my Facebook page and you can see me train people and you'll see me, especially with this guy that didn't jump. Kevin, or you hear me say something like, okay, get ready to jump, get in the jump set. So now you'll know what I'm talking about. That means, okay, get ready, you know what I'm saying? Get set and everything else like that. And I used to teach it a different way a long time ago. Put your feet here, your feet have to be turned here, your feet have to be here. But I just realized that not everybody jump the same. Not everybody take off the same. Not everybody have the same length of legs or torso or anything. So it's really unique to you. So I find it much easier and much more effective if it's your feeling and your natural feeling that we're using than something that I'm trying to manifest or something that I'm trying to teach you. So that's why I say get into the jump feeling. So everybody know what the jump feeling. So now I'm going to explain. Hey, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, because I have terrible form. I'm not really flexible, so it like automatically, like it really like
clicked in. Yeah, it just clicked in.
Instead of like you said, put your feet
here and do this and all this stuff. Because we can spend all day with you, and I don't do that with people. So jump form. So that right there has just took you over the threshold of now you're ready to perform. If you always take that thought process and you understand it no matter what you do, and I'm going to explain it, I'm going to demonstrate it, and I'm going to have you demonstrate it. And this has saved me. Believe me, I've contemplated many nights and many hours of how can I make this so efficient where I don't have to keep explaining the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. And I was blessed enough to be enlightened, to come to this situation, have an understanding of how to make someone make it their own really quick and how to bypass a whole hour session that I usually used to do. We're trying to, okay, make your arch back, do this, all this other stuff. So, all right, jump form. So once you understand the jump form, you can perform any exercise in exercising from the squat. Lift the bar up. I'm in jump form. Slightly bend, chin up, chest up. I'm in jump form. As I'm going down into my jump, I'm loading. As I'm coming up, I'm jumping through back into jump form. Not into relaxed form, not into the other form. And I have bands on here, so don't think you're weak if I have you performing. So I'm going to show you how to get correctly. So go around the other side. All right. Each bar always have a marking. All these bars always have markings. So to make sure that you're even in between, I always use my thumb, my hands. And so I use that as a rake. So come underneath. I'm just going to teach you bar placement. You look pretty good. All right, that's a high bar placement, meaning that it's coming across your shoulder blades. Back here will be a low bar placement. Keep coming forward. Keep coming. That'll be a low bar placement. Go ahead and step out real quick. I'm going to demonstrate something. Now with a low bar placement, what happens is when you go down, it pushes your torso forward. And now power lifters use that because they don't want to go down so far because they only need to go to parallel and come up. Now body sculptors like me and you who want nice bodies, we use a high bar because it actually keeps our spine angled straight and it allows us to sit down, get a little bit deeper, work a longer range of motion, The elasticity of the muscle and the contraction of the muscle is a lot longer, which gives you that sprinter, dancer, ballerina, long look, lean look that I like and that I think most people try to develop. So that's usually their goal. So
Speaking of, I did suffer a herniated disc around this time last year.
okay, did you get it checked out or is it okay? Did you get
Yeah,
back in
it actually, I was
chiropractic?
in a car accident in January, so that's when we discovered it. But I knew that the accident wasn't the cause of it. So I did go to therapy and stuff, and got a couple of steroid shots in the back, but it wasn't severe enough for surgery. I think it was like my L3 and 4, and it was like
lumbar. Both of them 3 and 4.
yeah, it was like they on a scale of 1 to 10, I was like at about a 3 or 4, and you have to be like at a 6 or 7
before they
surgery.
even consider surgery.
Yeah.
So were you able to rehab that effectively?
I think so.
Okay.
I haven't
Are you
had
still
any
having any
issues
issues or anything?
No, I would get a lot of tingling in my leg from
So
it.
from the sciatic nerve, or was it kind of the sciatic nerve?
Yeah.
Was on that? Okay.
Yeah. But
Is
ever
that
since
still-
therapy and the shots,
It's been okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's good to know. You got about as many injuries as me almost.
Oh, and
Oh.
I did suffer what they call contochondritis, where my rib bone turns sometimes. They said it's common, like in bodybuilders and stuff.
Or your rib,
Like-
or your
like my-
sternum, or your
Like my
the
my
cartilage.
breastbone, yeah, it turns and it makes me feel like I'm having a heart attack. Sometimes, like where it's so severe, I went to the hospital
Oh, mercy.
and they told me no, it's your bone kind of turns,
Okay.
and they said it's common in bodybuilding.
Oh,
So I'm really thinking it was my
I never. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I will go research that.
Will
I've
you?
never heard of it. Yeah, I will
Okay.
research it for you.
I just remember like I have a
Do you know the exact name? If you do, I'm happy.
Yeah, I do. I'll grab my phone and text it to you.
Yeah, for sure. See, I like stuff like that because then I research because I've never heard of that.
So, and I was like, well, what's the cure? And they were like, it's not really a cure, and sometimes it can, I can have chest pains because of the weather changing.
Oh, okay.
And stuff. So.
I've heard of a lot of stuff. I haven't heard of that one.
Okay.
So you have to send that to me, and then I'll be enlightened for today.
Okay.
So I got this line out here just because we always start underneath. A good angle, a working angle, is usually in the jump position. I walk out a little bit, feet ahead into that line, so I can sit back, and it keeps my spine in line. If I go from back here, what happened is that my buttock come out, even though I got a high bar right here, and I bend more at the waist, just because this is a Smith machine, and the plane is set as such. You see how the angle of the bars are set, so I kind of try to match my spine angle with that so that I don't go against the angle of the machine. Now with a free bar, you don't have to worry about that because you're stabilizing muscles, which people say which is not really true, but you're stabilizing muscles. Stabilize the bar so you create your own angle as you're going down. With here, you can't really change the angle because of the bar, but the good thing about it is that you can't change the angle because of the bar. So let's go ahead and get back underneath here again. Hands on both sides, there you go. Underneath, good job. Start with your feet underneath you.
Okay.
Yep, until you come out. So chin up, chest up, you lift up, stand up. Okay, take a couple steps forward. And that's fine, a couple more. All right, chin up, chest up. Now, what happens with your spine is if you lower your lip, you get a roll right here in your cervical part of your spine. So if you put your chin up, chest up, and spot up at a 45, you put your back and your spine in a proper angle. So before we do any exercise, you want to take a deep breath. You hold, go down, and come up, blow out at the top. There you go. Deep breath, go down. There you go. And up, blow out at the top. There you go. Deep breath. There you go. And at the top. Good job. So let's go ahead and bring it back. Come up. We will There you go. Go ahead, get back on the bike. All right.
Okay.
Good job. Now, two things that you did really good. I could tell that you're an athlete, and I could tell that you squatted before, and so it's really good. Two things that I like for sure is that I like your posture, your spine angle. I like your control of your breathing. I like the speed that you knew how to move your body, and it was pretty consistent as far as like your up and down pace was pretty consistent. And a lot of times, because I do train in the energy sources, and what I mean by that is that into our body, there are certain things that we use as energy. Well, everything breaks down to ATP, interior triphosphate. You can go through the curve system, all this other stuff, but you don't need to have to know all that. But to cross those thresholds to where you're burning body fat and you're burning other stuff and things like that, you have to either change the duration of the exercise, meaning like to get into aerobic capacity, you have to go over 70 seconds, 75 seconds, or you have to change the intensity. With intensity, you can change it in a couple different ways. You can change the intensity with weight, you can change the intensity with speed. So you can go from what I consider a walking pace to what I consider a jogging pace to all-out sprinting, building up the lactic acid, not getting enough oxygen into the muscle, crossing over into different muscle thresholds. I also train, and I'm an explosive athlete, and I found that when I did tracking explosive things, it kept me leaner. You know, understand what I'm saying? That's why sprinters look like sprinters and marathon runners look like marathon runners. And so I incorporate that into my training regimen. So we do what I did in college and what I've done with other athletes and professional athletes is that we use distance and speed of moving muscles or moving the weight to stimulate and simulate an explosive reaction. Give you a time real quick.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
I do want, obviously losing inches is more important than losing the weight.
Yeah, and
But at
that's
the
always
same time, it's like I want to lose the inches, but I want to keep my butt because I don't have much of it. So, I can't lose any more than what I don't have. So, what do you like
Hey,
recommend?
hold on. Let me got the film. Hey, the most popular question that I get all the
Like,
time is the booty
Because
question.
muscles is shrink.
No, let me tell you, and your gluteus maximus is the biggest muscle in your body. So your butt is the biggest muscle just by its circumference around. We will do exercises.
Okay.
If I don't know anything else when I train women today in 2015 that they trying to keep their butt and that they trying to get
and they trying to keep their weight
and the waist. Okay, so if I don't know those two things, then I am oblivious to what's going on. So I already. That is without even this is funny, and I hate to be off the subject, and I'm not wasting your time because I always compensate for the time. But okay, I got this thing right here, and it's the apparatus, and I put my athletes in it. It's called a jump. It's a jump contraption, but it helps you with explosion. It goes around your waist and everything else like this. And I bought it a little bit over a year ago. And I like it. I train with it sometimes, and it goes up to your back.
What you think about waist trainers?
Who?
Waist trainers.
Waist.
Huh?
What do you mean, like something?
Yeah.
I don't. It takes away from stabilizing muscles, and I don't want to. But so it's actually a jump trainer. So I think I paid like 20-some bucks for it. So with this, I see.
Can you demonstrate? Like what is?
Oh, you gonna put it on? Oh,
yeah.
Man, you don't want to see what it's on. All right. You about to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on because then I'm pretty sure you gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm like, man, I need to go get about like 20 more of these things.
Right.
Okay, so to make a long story short, so I seen it just the other day. My cousin was on Facebook. My cousin of mine. She's like, she had tagged me to something. She's like, do you know what this is? And it was called a booty blaster or something like that. Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, I got one. It's a jump belt. She's like, no, it's a booty blaster. I was like, And so she I looked and I scrolled up because she had tagged my name to it, and I was like, what are you talking about? So I scrolled up and I seen it, and I'm like, What the heck? And they were charging $170 for this. I paid
Really?
$20 for this. I'm like, man, I'm about to go clean this place up. All right. And so it is like, and I know exactly after I looked at it, I was like, dude, okay, man. So the women that I train is gonna love this now. This is gonna be their favorite apparatus. Uh, so it goes like this, and it hooks.
Oh, okay.
And these hook right here, like they like have little hoops and stuff to it. So after we get done, after I get done doing this, we're gonna go through a stress test. We're gonna do a couple different movements,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna actually put you through an actual workout. And as you can kind of see, I usually try to be efficient.
Mm-hmm.
I'm efficient in my workouts. I love being in the gym, but I know everybody ain't me. So I try to get people in 35, 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying, in and out.
Okay.
Intensity, and you'll get used to my, so you got different resistance bands. And so you jump.
That's it?
Or you squat with it. No. But this is what I seen the lady doing. And this is how I said, oh, okay, now I see.
See? Okay. Oh, okay. I
With
do that
different bands on it, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay, now I got a butt blaster. I didn't even know that, which is not what it is, but. So, yeah, I thought that was a pretty unique situation or story. Or I was like, man, now I got the number one thing that everyone wants.
For
yeah,
$20.
yeah, for 20, and they charging 150 for real. Now I can advertise.
So you told her it did work. Well, it could work for that, right?
Well, the principles it definitely does work, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not really.
It's not
efficient.
It's not. Well, it's not efficient. It is. Band training is efficient for neurotransmitters and the neurological system because it shocks it. That's why I put bands on these different things, and it helps to increase the strength. But there are more efficient movements and exercises like taking a dumbbell and doing sumo squats where you're using your abductors, your glutes, minimus, maximus, and incorporating more muscle groups is more efficient than doing single joint movements like that, kicking back and stuff like that. You really just don't get enough muscle group response, like enough muscles in that area to respond because it's not under stress enough to really affect it that much. But then it's the old placebo effect. If you perceive something to be working, who am I to say that it's not working? If your mind telling you it's working and you're seeing results, then it's actually working for you. So, but from a scientific standpoint, it would be a waste of time to me. It's something that I'll be like, okay, do after you get done doing the squats and getting your butt down and getting your little parallel and everything else like that. All right, I want to bring you back up here, and I want to do the squats again. And as a safety mechanism, these are the safety straps over here, so you can always feel comfortable that I'm not going to kill you and have you doing something where you're going to kill yourself. Right. Now, I just want to see your range of motion. I know you said that you had some knee popping and other things and stuff like that, and you say you're not very flexible. And flexibility, I'm probably assuming you mean by your hamstrings, but probably not in your knees and your
core flexibility. I squat okay. I just started getting better at squatting, but lunges, I'm just horrible.
And lunges is a good exercise, but I'm a primary. We get to those things, but if you hit the foundation, squatting, the deadlifting, stiff leg deadlifting, where you're actually working the glutes and the lower back, strengthening some of those things, and get the upper body exercises, more back, bigger muscle groups. Allow you to burn body fat or kick up your metabolism a lot faster than other body groups. So I don't work my arms to lose body fat because it's such a small muscle group. Now my arms in conjunction with my chest and my shoulders create one big muscle group, like my back by itself create a big muscle group, like my leg by itself create a big muscle group. So I'm always into working muscle groups in big groups so I get the most chemical response from my body as far as like wanting my metabolism to be raised, burning body fat longer throughout the day. So it gets me to my path a lot quicker than trying to train a little muscle group. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So instead of taking these little muscle groups, I group body chemical reactions together. See, you on my base. There you go. All right, let's get underneath there. I see you. I hear you. All right. There you go. High bar. Start. Step back first. All right. Always say coming up. All right. Ready? Up. What's the next thing you need to do? Spot up. Spine angle. Go ahead. Walk forward. There you go. Chin up, chest up. There you go. Deep breath. Down. And up. There you go. Deep breath. Good job. And up. Let's go a little bit deeper next time. Deep breath. Relax. There you go. And up. That's how you get your glutes burn up. Deep breath. Again. Let's go. Down there. Nice. And up. Good job. Another one. Good job. Deep breath. Nice. Eyes. Eyes tell everything. There you go. Another one. Two more like that. Deep breath. Eyes. Let's go. Up. Good job. One more. Ready? Deep breath. And up. Good job. Step racket. Good job. Good job. I see you. I see you, girl. I see you. Beautiful work. And I think I might have mentioned this to you, but I'm going to mention it because I don't want you to get confused. And when I say great job, good job, beautiful work, and everything else like that, I don't compliment people. The reason why I don't compliment people is because they can take it personal. I compliment success.
Okay.
What I see right there is success.
Okay.
So when I say good job, deep breath, eyes, little coaching, little things, I'm telling you how to be in the moment. In that moment, in those moments, in that breathing, in that posture, in that coming up, in that every time I've seen that from anyone across the country, and I am an observer of these type of movements, they always are successful at what it is that they're trying to accomplish with their body at that particular point. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a compliment to you, meaning that you're doing it correctly, keep doing it, good job, and all this other thing. But just as if I say, well, it's not good, you're not pushing yourself, your eyes are wandering, don't do this, back posture, blah, blah, blah. It's not an insult to you. It is, every time that I've seen this, somebody has got jacked up in the gym, got hurt, or it didn't work for them, or they end up quitting. Huh?
I said, you're my trainer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or they end up quitting.
Yeah.
Or they end up quitting. So that right there is two things that a lot of things that I like about that. You're in the moment, but you're vulnerable, but you wasn't vulnerable. Your eyes is wandering. I want you to get more control of your eyes. Your eyes always tell the story. Your eyes tell the intensity of whatever it is you're doing. Where your eyes is wandering, your mind is wandering. So if your eyes are unsure, I know. You understand what I'm saying? So your eyes is always going to tell me, and that's just the truth about anything. You look at somebody and you can always kind of read their eyes, especially here. So eye control, eye level, and then always sitting that proper environment or situation by body posture, eye posture, looking up, going through the process, everything else like that. And what I mean by that is that it should be, no matter what, I could put 600 pounds on here, and that's not bragging, but I could put 600 pounds on here right now, or it could just be this bar. You wouldn't probably be able to tell the difference because everything that I do will always be the same, mostly all the time. You'll see me, I will get underneath here, get my head gathered, get my feet, this is my lifting position, my hips are underneath me, lift up, walk out, for my jump position. Put it in, get from underneath it, now I'm back to normal. You understand what I'm saying? It was a process. Every time I do something, if I pick up a bar.
Now, can I try it with no direction? Just like.
Well, it's not. It's not. Listen, it's not about not trying to whip or without direction because you gonna have to get there anyway because you ain't gonna be able to accomplish all this just 2 times a week thing. So you gonna have to do it. It's not about direction as it is about development.
Okay.
So I would probably not give you any directions, but it doesn't. And I try not to. But I need to see a development pattern, meaning that I could tell where you are at every step from the time you get up underneath it, from the time that you walk away from it. You understand what I'm saying? So I could tell, okay, so she's getting ready. This is what she do. It's just like my buddy, he goes, he sticks his golf club up like this. He takes 1, 2 swing. My other buddy, he goes right here, he comes up swinging like this at his golf club. My other buddy turns like this, he goes like this. These are all different guys that I golf with, but I know all their patterns. I know when they go hit a good shot, or when they have the potential to hit a good shot, or when they have the potential not to hit a good shot, just by a pre-shot routine, that if they're in the moment or if they're in that pattern. Because this is what I do, and so I study people, so it just translates to everything. So when they walk into it, I could tell, and they don't even know. I'll be like, man, I knew you wasn't going to hit that shot. I was like, because normally when you come up, you do this. You do. I was like, oh, yeah, I do. But it's just that routine, that your muscle memory, mind memory, getting yourself into that. If you ever watch Usain Bolt or the people who do things really well, they usually do it almost exactly the same all the time before you get ready for his racing.
Right.
The people do their little thing, some jump up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their little thing. I don't care. Do your little niche. Figure out your little niche, but just don't kill yourself. You understand? So there's no wrong or right way. We just got to get something that's consistent so that we could turn you on and we could turn you off every time. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give it a try.
Okay.
All right. Start over. Start over. Start over. All right. Stay right here. Coming over here into here, you're crossing over into your work area of your success of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I mean, I'm your guide. I'm gonna help you. You have to do this. It is not a dreadful trip over here. It is actually the trip to the success that you want for longevity for your body and everything that you're trying to do. So when you leave here, it is a joy to come over here to get. There you go. All right, there you go. All right, let's go. Let's go. There you go. Good job. All right, let's roll back. Heads. You have to find a up spot at some point in after you lift the bar up. So go ahead and spot up. Stand a little bit taller. There you go. Go ahead and walk up. There you go. Now, get into your jump feeling. There you go. All right. Deep breath. Let's go. Good job. And there you go. Deep breath. The deeper you get, the more into your posterior chain you can get into. So, deep breath. There you go. And a little bit deeper. You got a little bit more flexibility. Deep breath. Trust yourself. You got the safety clips in there. The time you blow out. Deep breath. And down, keep going, and up, good job. Deep breath, and down, keep going, and up, there you go. Deep breath, and down, feel the posterior chain, there you go, that was a good one, that was a perfect one right there. Deep breath, repeat that one. Feel your butt drop right there, there you go. Another one like that, good up movement too. Deep breath. Good job. And up. Okay, let's go ahead and rack it. Great job. Come up. There you go. Don't panic on the racking part, especially when you're waiting. I know, but I'm just saying most people do. I panic sometimes. Like, get this damn thing. Get these things. Because it's burning. Yeah, for real. For real. I know I had so many incidents like that. Great job. Good job on a lot of them. You'll see on film what I'm talking about. When you got that extra little from you're going to here What you were into your glutes and your hamstrings, I like the way your feet was out, your abductors, but when you got right to here, that's really your posterior chain where it starts to hit in. Actually has to engage. Let's go back. Squat. So we have that. So I never know where these sessions are going to go. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do once I know a person. No. In the beginning, I can only go as fast as the person allowed me to go. So I think that you're competent here. That was what I was about to say. So now we're going to incorporate a little stretch test to this. So I'm going to have you going on a breath count of 2. So it'll be, and we're going to go out for 1 minute and 15 seconds. Come underneath. Yes, ma'am. We're going to repeat the thing. So it'll be 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So not only are we going to go ahead, keep on. Not only are we going to, no, ain't no pause around here. Not only are we going to explore your leg strength, but we're also going to explore the aerobic capacity. That's why we're going at the same consistent breath rate, because it's like a walk pace, and it lets me know how your muscle endurance is in there.
So do I need to call out 1, 2?
You don't have to. I'll probably give you a 1, 2, but you can kind of think it in your mind.
Okay.
I'll just say breath. So go ahead and grab a drink real quick and get ready. Let me get my clock ready. So this gives me
1 minute, right? 15 seconds.
1 minute 15 seconds. That's into every capacity. That goes from the that goes from the lactic acid into the glycogen into the aerobic capacity. So it just let me know where eventually I'm gonna give you an example. On my crazy days, or clients of mine, or I do 45 on each side, 45 and a quarter on each side for 5 minutes straight on that raising peg. So that's how I build a more aerobic capacity. So that's where you get taken. But I just, this a crowd. Positive vibes. Okay, let's go through the walkthrough. Go ahead. You ready? Only thing I'm gonna always have you remember. Go ahead. You good? Go ahead. From here, when you come from underneath here, I want you to understand that they have clips over here, and then I want your head to shoot up, and you already start placing your neck before you walk off. Ready? All right, up. So go roll it back. There you go. Seeing that already get your head. So deep breath. Let's go. And up. 1, 2. Deep breath. There you go. Okay. 2. Deep breath. Let's go. Keep on staying in place. There you go. Okay, so 1, 2. There you go. 1, 2. Good job. 1, don't lock. 2. There you go. You shoot them up though. There you go. Make sure you don't lock for 1, 2. There you go. Always back to that jump position. There you go. 1, 2. Great job. Stay on pace. Good job. 1, 2. Put your eyes and your mind somewhere else. Good job. 1, 2. Good job. 40 seconds in. Good job. Stay on it. 1, 2. Deep breath. Good job. Push it. There you go. 1, 2. There you go. This is the feeling of success. Stay in there. 1, 2. Good job. Push it. Good job. And up. 1, 2. Good job. Come on. You're in there. 1 minute. 15 more seconds in there. 1, 2. Let's go. Good job. 1, 2. Good job. 10 seconds. Stay in there. Push yourself. 1, 2. Let's go. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rack it. Go ahead and walk around. I got it.
Sure.
You got. Go ahead. Put it in there. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Good job. There you go. Good job. Good work. 2 things in that assessment is that just like everybody, when they get tired, you got short them last couple of months. You bobble, you got to outpace some of them. But hey, that's, how can you improve what you don't know? You understand what I'm saying? So you need to know where you at. You need to know where your limitations are. You need to know where it is that you can improve on. You need to know where it is that you can push yourself. What I found good about it is that you started off strong. Your routine into it was good. The actual movements for the most part was good. But once, as in mostly everybody on the planet, once fatigue starts setting in, your mind start racing, your eyes start racing, you start racing the breathing pace, your pace down was slower than your pace up, you start changing paces and stuff like that. That lets you know that you have room for improvement on that exercise, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I'm going to do all lower body today. So we're going to go through, we just did that. Now we're going to go through my explosion workout, and we're going to teach that. And then I'll put a little weight on, and we'll get somewhat of kind of like a 1 rep, not a 1 rep max, but kind of some weight. And I may loosen the bands. I'm not 100% sure. We'll go over and we'll work or talk about deadlifting technique, and I don't want to take up all your day. So you can hear it, okay. And I don't want to take up all your day. Okay. Good job, though.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you. Have you ever seen The Matrix? Okay. I tell people this, and this is true. Everybody never make the first jump. you know when Neil coming up, they say, "Is he the one? Is he the one?"
Right.
And they say, "He didn't make it." What does that mean? It's like everybody never make the first jump. If somebody come in and they make the first jump, they the real deal to me. And so I know what I'm dealing with. And that goes with athletes because they go through the same type of stress tests and stuff like that. And very few make the first jump. So you ain't the first one. You definitely ain't gonna be the last one. You understand what I'm saying? But you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, everything that we just discussed. But that was a good job. Good effort. I like the effort. You stayed in it, you trust your body, and you push yourself for the most part. All right. Now, how do I avoid having to always lift heavy to stimulate, to hold on to my muscles so I can hold on to that while I'm losing body fat? Is that I use speed as a factor. What I mean by that is if I go down to here and then I say, yep, and I come up as fast as I can, all my muscle fibers
Did you
are.
rock your knee?
No, I didn't. Come on now.
I couldn't see your knees.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, you do, but you don't. It's like a recoil. It's like, you know what I'm saying? This is always the ending spot is not there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not uncommon to lock your knees. It's just not correct to keep them locked. You want to unlock them as soon as possible. And I don't think I like my knees. Now you're gonna make me be conscious about this. I don't think that I do. I'll do it again. And so here it goes. No lock knees. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think I ever lock my knees.
You're a pro.
No, yeah. Okay. I guess I'm old. I don't want my knees to be hurting, so. And even if I jump, I will not. Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't even. I guess I always come into a recoil thing. And then there's down, up, down, up, down, up, and so. I know that look retarded. Well, I won't say retarded, but I know that looks kind of weird, but what it does is two things. You see, I'm sweating, you see, I'm perspiring. I had to put, your body is like a well complex machine, so if I only apply X amount of weight and it doesn't overload your body, X amount of muscle fibers, are not going to be incorporated in moving whatever it is. Like when you're doing the rep one right here, yeah, it's fine, but there's a lot of ligament. Some muscle fibers are like, she ain't really under stress. She thinks she under stress, but she ain't under stress, so it didn't respond to it. You understand what I'm saying? In order to force a response, other than overloading your body, then explosion or speed or fast action, and most sports athletes, most people do